Are we live right now, or is my freaking game lying to me again? Man, I hate it when it does that. Like, it says you're live streaming, but you're not, and it sucks because you just already started talking. You had a bunch of good points. And we are actually streaming, so hello there, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sweeney Man, welcome back to Destiny, but most importantly, welcome back to a topic I've been meaning to get back to for some time now. Ladies and gentlemen, my question is, what is Destiny's problem? PvP versus PvP, PVE. So, we're going to go down into the playgrounds. So, there was a previous video to this one. And I know what you're thinking, Sweeney Man, where's the Overwatch event? You've streamed every Overwatch event to date, except for Summer Games. So, where is it? Let's start with that one. I've decided to skip this this whole entire event in Overwatch. Now, I know some of you are just like, the fuck? Why are you skipping it? Like, why? There's no point. It's entirely PvP. Like, I was hoping that they were going to not do that, and instead make it to where it was you and a couple of your buddies going up against every single one of the events from this previous year. So basically, like, let's go with Junkenstein's Revenge. Like, you could play a couple games of Lucio Ball. You could do the Maid Snowball fight, Uprising event, Capture the Rooster. Like, all those things that were previously event only, you could actually just bring them forward and not just keep them there where it doesn't matter, because that means that you would have to wait till that time of year until, guess what, you can actually do it. Woo, you're not ready. It was a stupid idea, and I really wish that they changed that. So next bit of info before I jump into this whole entire debacle that's about to begin. The whole entire Where's Revenge on Spaceland Part 3? It's going to happen, but I accidentally completed the Easter egg off stream, and I know what you're thinking. How do you accidentally do something? It happened right after that guy tried to steal money from me. I wasn't really thinking, I wasn't paying attention to it, so I just went through the motions of it, and I accidentally did it, and in the excitement and hype behind me actually completing it, I forgot to stream it. But don't worry, I didn't complete the Goats and Skulls, considering that it actually requires you to complete the entirety of the Easter egg in one go. Yeah, there's no pumping the brakes on that one. So, I came here to the Devil's, the freaking Forge here, and I'm going to ask one question. What did you do to fix Destiny's PvP without breaking the PvE? Well, simple. And for those who have no idea what I'm talking about, previously in another video, I had it to where I was alone, just like how I am now, talking to you all about what to do about Destiny's the PvP. In which case, Destiny's PvP has got to be some of the worst PvP that I have faced. What's PvP? Player versus player. It's multiplayer. Now, why is that? For one, Destiny's netcode, you would expect it to be pretty good. But, I mean, you see the screen bar right here? That netcode sucks. It is so bad. Because if one person's lagging really bad on a team, everybody's lagging, and it sucks for everyone. Another thing that I covered in that video was like some of the exotic weapons. Not exactly the meta, because the meta is actually one of the more balanced ones, but actually I have a lot of the pretty balanced exotics on me right now. Except for the Trespasser, but I'll get to that one in a moment. Like, all the ones I have on me are pretty straightforward, and they aren't cheap. But we're talking about how a lot of the sniper rifles had it to where you can scope in super fast and boom. I've even done that. And it's kind of an unfair thing to do. But as of late, the real annoyance are the sidearms. This is one of the slower firing ones. And yet this is one with a high impact. I'm talking about your wormwoods, I'm talking about your calms, I'm talking about everything. Like the guns, the sidearms are so fucking broken. Like, Jesus Christ, they are bad. To where if you aren't careful, you can get dropped by one of these in 3 shots. No joke, it's happened. I was killed earlier while playing doubles by 3 shots from the wormwood. That should not be possible. And what did Bungie do to fix it? This is where the what not to do comes into play. What you shouldn't do to fix this problem is you should not make it to where whenever you die, all special weapons lose their ammo. Why? Something natively to all sidearms. It doesn't say it on here. But when you die and you respawn, I'm actually pretty sure it shows up on the Trespasser. No, it doesn't. But when you die and respawn, you will have special ammo. Why? Because that's how the code was written for the sidearms. Now, yes, you don't lose it in normal PVE, but for PvP, that kind of makes sidearms overpowered, doesn't it? To where you can get downed all you want with a sidearm, but you'll keep coming back with more sidearm ammo. And if that wasn't bad enough, they actually reduced the cooldowns on the special boxes. What they need to do to fix it, they need to create 2 instances of sidearms. One for Crucible, one for Exploration and Raids. What would it do? It would basically have the same ability in PvE in the Exploration and Raids, but not in PvP. To where, if you die, which I'm about to do right now, if you die for whatever reason, you don't, like, you will get it back while you're running out in the wild. Okay, actually, I guess I sort of emptied the clip. Okay, sorry about that, technical difficulties. But if they did what I think they did actually, then that's even worse. Because that broke it for both PvE and PvP. Nope, see, it's back to 11. Like, see, it should do that when you're out in the wild. It should not exactly refill the clip, but then again, all your guns refill upon death. Also, another thing that they could do to fix it, and this is just me thinking out loud here, they could make it to where you get, like, you do respawn with it, But once you die, you're all out of sidearm ammo. That could stop some of the people who constantly just go on tears with the things in normal PvP. Like, I've seen people get like to 15 kill streaks just by using Wormwoods or Teacup Tempest, or I can't remember what the Wrath of the Machine sidearm is called right now. But that's exactly my point. That, like, it shouldn't just be like, oh, they shouldn't be that overpowered. Because they aren't suffering from the losing all your special ammo buff or debuff to everything. It basically makes it to where the only weapons that are really viable in the Crucible for special weapons are the Invective, Icebreaker, and the Trespasser, because they generate their own ammo. Invective less so because you have a longer wait period than either the Trespasser or the Icebreaker. I'm pretty sure it's like 10 to 15 seconds. Let's test that real quick. No ammo. We're literally just gonna wait. While that's going, I'm going to talk about the next bit, which ironically is shotguns. Normally, and I'm pretty sure I actually touched on this back during part 1, but shotguns are literally the shittiest thing in the universe. When you're running around in the Crucible. Why did I say you're just idiots? I forgot to count, damn it. But basically, when you're running around in the Crucible, you are literally going to get killed by the first person who had the shotgun. And it sucks. Just like, yes, I mean, there's other weapons that can do it. Like the broken ass palindrome. By the way, that's 27 seconds actually. I would use my watch to keep count. So 27 seconds before you can get ammo. Which, Kate's battles in the Crucible, 27 seconds is a couple lifetimes. So the Invective's not useful. So I'm going to go ahead and switch off of that because I still have my point about shotguns. Shotguns are supposed to be a close range weapon. Why? Because they're pellet guns. These are not buckshot. These are pellet shot. The only buckshot weapon is the chaperone. Chaperone? Chaperone. Chaperone. Sean Connery. Anyway. There's one thing that should not be a stat on any shotgun, and that's this range bar right here. It shouldn't have range. It should never have range. It is stupid. It is bullshit. Because I've been killed from forever and a day away, one shot by a shotgun that wasn't the universal remote. And that shouldn't happen. It's a fucking shotgun. If I wanted to get killed by a shotgun, I would go play Call of Duty. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't be a thing. And yet, here it is. Right in front of everybody. Plain for everyone to see. And it shouldn't be that way. Now, yes, shotguns are actually in a pretty decent place right now for the PVE. But in Crucible, it's annoying when you're constantly getting killed by a shotgun, especially when you're the one that gets picked out. Yes, I know I'm just saying like, oh, well, that's shitty luck. Yes, I know it's shitty luck, but still, a shitty walk. Shitty walk? Shitty walk. But it just stupid to me. Now, why did I come to the tower? Because there's one weapon that I don't have that I need to use. I'm going to go into the party chat just in case people can hear me. Okay, there we go. So, pretty sure he still sells it. Everybody's favorite weapon. The freaking palindrome. Had the same impact as in firing rate as an Imago. Actually, wow. I mean, if everybody's using this variant, then I don't exactly see. Oh, there it is, the range. Because I've been, like, earlier when I was playing this playing this weekly event, the weekly, yeah, PvP, whatever you want to call it, with it doubles. I was shot once by it, and it dropped me to half. No, it has as much damage as the Ace of Spades hand cannon, which I actually really like that weapon, by the way. It, like, the Lingering Song technically has more damage, but that's because this variant actually has the exploding rounds. Actually, no, it doesn't even lose damage from the exploding rounds. Like, the only problem with this variant is that it's slower firing. It's, like, it's frankly stupid. Now, yes, I know, you can't exactly do anything to hand cannons besides nerf the range, but they've done that. They've done that 5 times by now. Hell, I would even venture to say they've done it like 100. They've done it so many times that they're getting sick of it. But that's the only way to fix it. If that's the only way to fix the problem, then they have to do it. Now, granted, I'm saying all of this with a bit of salt right now, mainly because of one major thing. Destiny 2 has been announced. So, I've touched on all the points that I want to make. I'm looking forward to the Destiny 2 beta. However, I'm going to say it right now while I can. The Crucible needs to be fixed. Badly. And I don't think that there's a way to do it without breaking some of the weapons. Now, yes, I've seen what they've done to all of the weapon slots, to where there's a kinetic and energy and a power weapon. Your power weapon would be your rocket launcher, your machine guns, your grenade launchers, sniper rifles, fusion rifles, and quite frankly, I hope they also put shotgun in that category. Do I think they're going to? No. But what they need to do is, in my opinion, they need to keep it to where you keep your energy rounds. The energy rounds don't go away, they stay there. Why do I hope that? Because think about it. How much would that make sense? That, oh, you died. You lose all your energy rounds. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't make sense. How does dying make you lose your energy rounds? Also, if they bring sidearms forward, which I hope they do, they need to keep it to where you don't keep regenerating your ammo in the Crucible. They need to make it a double instance item. Now, I know you keep hearing me say that, double instance item, double instance item. What does it mean? It's like a double rainbow at this point. But what it means, double instances are programming terms. I know it because I myself I know a little bit of programming. Like, I don't know a lot. I don't know terribly too much, but I do know some programming. Am I the greatest programmer? No. But I do know that some games have double instances. For instance, the double instances in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. There's not one instance, there's not even two, there's three. One for zombies, one for solo player, and, one for campaign, I guess we had to call it now, because that campaign was cooperative, and one for multiplayer. And I mean, hell, even, like, Infinite Warfare has continued that trend. So we know it's possible, especially on the new hardware limitations. So why am I bringing it up? Well, here's the problem, and this is the reason why I'm going to at least give Bungie a little bit of slack concerning its multi-instance. The idea. Double instances work, yes, but not exactly like how they should on the last gen consoles. Think about it. How many campaigns can you think off the top of your head for the Xbox 360 and the PS3 that had the ability to customize your weapon in both solo and multiplayer? Yes, there was Black Ops 2, which is one of the early instances of multi-instances. But I fear that that doesn't count exactly, because that was on the later end. That was already when the Xbox One and the PS3 were being made. Because what came out the very same year as Call of Duty Ghosts? The Xbox One and PS4. What I'm getting at here, and the thing I'm going to end it on, is, did I miss anything? Because, yes, I know, like, oh, I made you wait, and so far, just my argument hasn't even come to 22 minutes. And it's also been kind of helter-skelter. But what I think they should do, and like this is where I'm going to end it. The problems that I mainly foresee with Destiny's PvP comes from the primary weapon, like the exotics in general, to where they grant you sometimes an unfair advantage. And it's an advantage that cannot be taken into account. People cannot calculate what the advantage could hold, because you never know what the other team's going to have. The classes are also a problem, because you cannot, like, before a match, yes, you could go look at who you think are going to be on the enemy team, but you definitely do not have time for all 12 people. Especially if you need, like, you're thinking of switching some stuff over. It doesn't work. Finally, they need to do something about the hand cannons, shotguns, and the sidearms. The sidearms are just too damn broken. I would like to refer to a part in the Age of Triumph stream where Deed said, and I quote, "I'm part of the problem," when taking out a sidearm and killing somebody on the enemy team. He literally went, "I'm part of the problem, I'm part of the problem," and laughed. Yes, he is part of the problem. I'm gonna be quite honest, he is part of the problem if he does that. You need to lead by example when you're doing something like this. But I want to hear what you all have to say, considering these sweet rants are supposed to be like an editorial, more or less. They are supposed to debate what is good versus what is not. So, I want to hear what your all's thoughts. Do you think shotguns are in a good place, or hand cannons or sidearms are in a good place? Do you think that the classes aren't broken? And most importantly, what do you think about exotics? And if I did miss something, what did I miss? Like, I'm open to feedback on these things. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Sweetie Man, and I would like to thank you all for watching, and I'll actually see you all in a couple minutes, because I'm going to go ahead and jump over onto Overwatch to do a quick showcase of the new stuff. So, till next time, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sweetie Man. I'll be seeing you all on Overwatch in a couple minutes. Peace out.